Samsung has released another commercial that just rubs me the wrong way. It's understandable that two different companies take a different vision or perspective on their marketing scheme. Apple likes to show cool, stunning new products on their videos, and Samsung just kind of makes fun of their competition. And the video I'm about to show you is definitely not the first Samsung video to kind of make fun of the Apple iPhone in general. A lot of companies take shots at Apple or even just copies their design. Look, to make myself clear, I love Samsung products. The S9 is a really good phone, but Samsung, you don't have to go out with this marketing scheme to just making fun of Apple. I think your true competition lands in flagships of your Android platform, such as the Google Pixel or Huawei phones, other phones that are flagships of the Android platform, even budget Android phones. That's your competition. The people who are already loyal to Apple, they're going to be loyal to Apple because I've seen in my school people have been converting to iOS because iOS is an ecosystem. You really don't buy an iPhone just to buy an iPhone. iPhones aren't always the best product. The iPhone X is one of the best cameras, one of the best smartphones, but it's not the best. The iPhone X isn't the end all of the smartphones. It's one of the best smartphones, but it's not the best smartphone. There's some really good things about it, and there's some really bad things. Like all phones, no phone is perfect. But getting back to the point, you buy the iPhone for the ecosystem, for the iPads, for the AirPods, for the HomePod, for the Macs. You buy it for the ecosystem because Apple makes an ecosystem. If you buy an Android, you either hate iOS or don't want to be a part of that ecosystem and you just want this singular great device. So for me, Samsung taking shots at Apple are kind of unnecessary. But now let me show you this video, which is called Samsung Galaxy Moving On. Moving on to Apple, I guess.
Next in line, please. Boarding pass and IDs out. Hello, ma'am.
Sorry, 1 second. It's loading. Look.
All right. Let's speed this up, please. Thank you.
With all of your conniving, you lost your charm. You built the flame that warms.
Is this Papa Carmen?
Excuse me. That's my car.
Where
to? Just head downtown.
And I'm moving on.
Can you stop here? Can we fix his phone tonight? It's really slow.
You could turn off the performance management feature, but it may lead to unexpected shutdowns.
Battery throttling.
Or you can just upgrade it.
Whoa, I'm moving on. Yes, I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
This commercial or video wouldn't take much shots to Apple at all if this was placed in 2014, comparing a 2014 phone to a 2014 phone. But no, Samsung, of course, doesn't even make it slightly fair. They compare a 2014 phone to a 2018 phone. So yeah, it's gonna be the same technology, of course. It's not like you could get that 2014 phone for $100, but I could get that 2018 phone for $900. No, the prices are the same. And by watching that video, you just have to understand that you really should never compare a 2014 phone to a 2018 phone. At the time in 2014, the Bitcoin price was around $400, while now it's over $7,000 4 years later. Also in 2014, yes, Maxwell Garcia was not even in middle school yet. So yeah, comparing a 2014 to a 2018 phone is a no-go. Glad I made my point. Now let's analyze each scene in the video. The video starts off at the airport, but in the fine print on the bottom, it says model shown is iPhone 6. New models are available. So you know what? Why not show those new models, Samsung, so you could equally compare them? No, Samsung can't do that at all. Let's get back into it. First off, the woman is trying to scan her boarding pass on her phone, which I actually did with my iPhone X and my Apple Watch. Yes, you know that ecosystem. I just actually traveled about 4 days ago, and I actually used my Apple Watch as a boarding pass. More to that ecosystem. But I can tell you right now, it does not take around 2 seconds for the iPhone 6 to load up the wallet app. One of my friends at school just got the iPhone 6, and by no means is it slow. So Samsung, I know you kind of simulated the images there, but you were telling a lie there too. Then the Samsung S9 person just walks up. It doesn't even show her loaded up. It doesn't show it loaded up, so the person could have just had it loaded up in her pocket. So why didn't the iPhone 6 person do that? Who knows? But the S9 person just walked up and scanned it and then went in. The next major scene is that the person now gets into the airplane and she still was struggling with their iPhone 6 with actually headphones connected to the headphone jack. So yeah, Samsung, you couldn't make fun of the headphone jack this time. But it shows they're frustrated that the iPhone 6 is not loading yet again, which actually doesn't happen in real life, and it just glances off to the S9 playing video games with those headphone jack headphones, because Samsung's never gonna let that up. The next scene is that woman lands into the airport and she's trying to find an Uber, but it's raining and her phone isn't waterproof. And Samsung, your phones in 2014 weren't waterproof either, so I don't know why you're saying this either. The Apple Store may be helpful or not depending on your experience, but my experience, the Apple Store has actually been pretty helpful in borrowing some products, helpful with the software. It's overall a pretty good experience. The woman then asked the Apple Store employee, can you fix the software because it's loading so slow, which actually I'm saying this like for the 20th time, but that won't be an issue with the iPhone 6 even in 2018. But then the Apple employee says, oh, you should just upgrade, and then she visibly leaves. And here's the funny part. When she's leaving the store, you see the iPhone X haircut guy yet again with an iPhone X haircut baby. So whoa, hold up Samsung, 2 iPhone X haircuts? You're really dissing on that notch. Even though your Android platform is coming out with Android devices with a notch around every single month. Then at the final scene, it shows the woman finally getting the upgrade that she wanted to the Samsung S9, not the iPhone 8 Plus or the iPhone 8, which is actually way cheaper than the Samsung S9 Plus. But in the end, the woman makes the Samsung vision that they want as a company for people on iOS to switch to Android. This is a rant on Samsung commercials in general, because I don't think iPhones are the target consumer for these Samsung commercials. Samsung should roll out commercials that convince people with older Samsungs to upgrade, show the new devices with the stereo speakers, the new camera. No, it doesn't have a commercial of that, but just blaming a 4-year-old phone. Come on Samsung, you're bigger than this. And I'm just saying, this is my personal opinion. If I were to buy an Android phone and I had all the money in the world, I had $1,000 to just buy whatever Android phone I would want, I would buy the Google Pixel 2 XL, or in the future months, the Google Pixel 3. So Samsung, switch your target demographic and please change the meaning of your videos. Thank you. But I've been going on for 20 minutes, so now I officially lay my Samsung rant to rest for now, at the very least.